Hello and welcome to your power and strength circuit with Trim and Tone. Once again, we've got a brand new workout coming your way with 40 seconds on the clock, 15 seconds in between with a rest. First up, we've got your goblet squat jump. So kick those hips back, weight in those heels. Let's keep this going. Be sure to keep your chest up, core nice and tight, hips back as you do this. Only 31 more seconds to go. Now, if you're not digging it at the chest, you can take it down right below the hips. Drop your hips as low as you feel comfortable or as low as you can, whichever works best for you. Remember, work through the pain, not through the pain. You got 15 seconds left. Keep this going. Here's a side view for you. You want to make sure you rock your hips back. Don't let your knees strike over your toes, whether the weight is at your chest or sitting out in front of you. Keep it going for 2, 1. Next up, we've got your touch the floor jacks. If you pay attention to here, you'll see the modified action. You can hop into it or you can step into it. Get as low as you feel comfortable. Reach for the ground or between the shins or between the knees. But if you're feeling ambitious, hop right into it. That's where the endurance part comes from. Or should I say that power part comes from. You want to hop, bring those feet together, come back down. And it's almost a squat, maybe a quarter squat. This is where that hip flexibility comes in. Keep this going for just 23 more seconds. You're almost through. Shift your eyes to wherever your dumbbells might be, as we will be shifting to that in just a second. You're only going to need the one in 7 seconds. Keep it going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, grabbing that dumbbell, folks, we've got your 3-point row to tricep extension. Grabbing that weight, you want to rest one elbow on the knee, coming down into that deep lunge. Row it to the chest, kick it back with the arm, keep it going. Now, as you're doing this, folks, if you find the 3-point stance is not for you, just split stance. Go for that curl, do that overhead press, release, and repeat. Keep your chest up, core tight, or just stick to that single arm curl. Rep it out for 25 more seconds, keeping this going. $15 seconds to go. Make sure you get that elbow to those ribs, extend at the elbow, bring it right back down. You've got 10 more seconds of this, and then we're taking it to the ground. So be ready to go ahead, put those dumbbells down, and repeat from there. Alright, next we've got your high to low plank. So this can be done from the wall, very same action, just on the toes from the wall. You're going to go ahead, start in that high plank, come down and into that low plank, repeat from there. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Now as you can see, I am doing this from the knees to start, so you can go ahead, see that modified action, but you do want to try and get to the toes eventually. This can be done from the floor, the wall, a modified surface, a raised surface, in 25 seconds, keep this going, belly button into that spine, core nice and tight. Here's the front view for you. You'll notice my hips don't drop too low. You see my shoulders before you see the bottoms of my hips. You see the tops of my hips on the way down. Keeping this going for 15 more seconds, and then we're going to need both of those dumbbells for the next exercise. Keeping this going for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grabbing those dumbbells, we have got your alternating lunge with a press. So you're going to keep both of those dumbbells in your hands here, chest up, core tight. You're going to step back into the lunge, come up, and press at the top. Now, if you find that dropping the knee is a little too intense for you, you're more than welcome to step back. Keep your rear leg straight as you move. That'll keep the knee nice and safe. But otherwise, make sure you keep that chest up, core nice and tight, eyes out in front of you, whether it is right in front of the toes, or if you're not digging that overhead press, you can get that curl at the top instead. That gaze shift will keep you from shifting from one side to the other. In other words, it will help with that balance. Let's keep this going for 10 more seconds. You're almost through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, go ahead, put those dumbbells down. Shake it out, shake it out. You're only going to need one of those as we get into your goblet squat jump. Now, you can keep it at the classic squat with that calf raise, or you can add that hop in there. Maybe grab a slightly lighter weight. We still got 10 seconds before we get this started. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Add that hop if you got it. Otherwise, just stick to that calf raise, keeping this going for 35 more seconds. You're almost through. Nice and keep it below the waist, grabbing it from the sides of the waist there. You'll notice I've got it by the two wider ends with that bar in the center there. I've shifted to the 10 pounder to show you that you can get the same burn with a lighter weight as you would with a heavier one. Keeping this going for 15 more seconds. You're almost through. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we've got your floor touch jacks, folks. Now you can go ahead and hop into this. If your knees are not digging that, you can step into this. Try to keep your chest up as you do this, eyes out in front of you as you come down into that squat, reaching for the ground. Now remember, you can hop, you can step, you can maybe not aim as low as I am reaching to the ground here. You can always go ahead, maybe get that hand between the shins. Maybe that's still too low. Hands between your knees. If that's still too low, just go ahead, pump those arms as best you can. You've only got 23 more seconds on this. Let's keep it going. Keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One dumbbell on this one is you've got your modified 3-point throw with that tricep extension. Remember, try to remember which side you worked on first, and then bring that elbow to that knee, throw it into the sternum, extend at the elbow, bring it back, and back down. There you go with that extension. Now, try to lead with your chin on this one. You can keep your eyes back. That'll help keep your back straight, but it won't help with rolling your shoulders back. You want to be proud about this action? So keep your chin out, and remember, if you're not taking that bend and row, go for that split stance with that curl, do that overhead press. And remember, if the overhead press isn't for you, you can end it at just the bicep curl as we did the last set. Keep it going for 10 more seconds. You're almost through. And then we've got your low with the high plank. Keep this going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, now we've got that low to high plank. You can get this done from the toes or the knees. You can do this on your mat. You can do this from the wall. Keep those hips tucked in. And you come into that high plank and right back down to that low. Resting on those forearms, right back up. Now, if you want to up the intensity, you can come up on one leg. A little pro tip for you if you're not coming up on both toes. Either way, keep those hips drawn up as you come down into that low plank and back up into that high plank. Keep it going for 20 seconds. You're almost through. Nothing we haven't done before. Ten to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Alright. Grab those weights. We've got that alternating lunge with that press. Remember, this can be done with both weights. One weight in both hands, whatever works best for you. You're going to come up with those weights, let them rack, stay racked to the shoulder. Come down, come up, press. The other side. You want to alternate as you go through this, folks. We're not looking for just a burn. We're looking for strength here. So we want to let one leg rest as you work the other leg, and vice versa. This right here is going to help build that strength and that power as you push off of that rear foot, come back into that full stance. Remember, if the overhead press is too much on the shoulder, simply go ahead, come out of it, throw it to the chest, come back down, and repeat from there. Keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, this is it. Go ahead, put those weights down for a little bit. You have that goblet spot, that jump. Shake out those shoulders, but we're going to be getting right back into it in about 20 seconds. We're all together, so be ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Remember, squat with that hop or calf raise. Feel free to start early because the actual round starts in 3, 2, 1. Grab it from the sides, come on up, get that calf raise, letting it rest right in front of the hip. Not digging that, feel free to go ahead and keep it right at the chest as we discussed before. You grab by the sides on those handles, depending upon the weight that you have. Keep it going. 25 more seconds. You're almost through. 7 seconds to go. Keep it going. Chest up. Abs nice and tight. Draw that belly button in the spine for 3, 2, 1. Putting that weight down. We've got your floor touch jack. Now remember, you can step into this. You can hop whatever works best for you. Just remember, you want to keep the body moving. Stretch out those hips. Work those hammies, those glutes. Here we go. 40 seconds on the clock. Get that hop in there if you got it. Otherwise, step into it. Keep it moving. You're almost through. Seconds left on the clock. And then we've got that 3-point row with that tricep extension coming at you in 15 seconds. So keep it going. Remember, floor too low, reach right between the legs, keeping that hop going for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Alright. Remember, one dumbbell here, but you are going to be switching sides. I'll give you the call out for that halfway point. Kicking this off in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now remember, if you're not going for the classic 3-point row, you can get that curl, deep press with that tricep extension. Keeping this going for 34 more seconds. Total, only about 15 on one side. You're almost there. Keep that back straight, shoulders back as well. Alright, go ahead, switch sides here, hit the other. You're going to row it into the sternum, release and repeat. You're more than halfway there. If you haven't switched, now's your chance. You can make up for it in 12 seconds. Here we go, final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze with that chin for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Alright, you got 15 seconds with that high to low plank. Getting ready, taking it down to the ground. You can rest on those hands first. You do this from the knees, down to those forearms, back up. Remember, this can be done from the ground or an elevated surface or even the wall if you feel so inclined. Remember, keep your eyes right in front of those hands, whether it's right in front of your fingers or if you've got that mobility, feel free to look out a little bit further. But let's keep this going for 27 more seconds. We're almost through. Final 10 seconds, guys. Remember, from the wall, the knees, the toes, the elevated surface for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we got that alternating lunge to press. Let's kick this off in just a few seconds. Going up, curl, release, come back. Alright, guys. Keep this going for 40 seconds, and then we're jumping straight in the round 2. So be ready for that. If you want to hit that pause button in a few seconds, you can, but we're going to be jumping right into it. We got 30 seconds of this, letting it burn, letting it burn. $15 seconds to go. Keep it going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, you got 10 seconds to get ready. We're going to be jumping right into this next one. You have got your modified, you got your dumbbell clean to press. So you're going to grab those dumbbells, one in each hand. You're going to swing those bad boys up to the shoulders, using that hip drive, and get that press to the top. Now, as you're doing this, remember, you want to lead with your chest, kind of get more of a deadlift and quarter squat action in there, rather than just a straight up deadlift. Use those hips, those quads, those hammies, and get that press. If the press is too much, skip it. Whatever action bothers your shoulders, hips, or low back, eliminate it altogether and work around it. Trust me, I got you. Feel free to go for a deadlift, curl to press. We've only got 7 more seconds of this. Keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, we've got your heel jack. So no weights required for this one. You're going to swing those arms out wide, those feet out wide, and come back to those actual flags. Keeping it going in 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's see it. You can hop into it, you can step into it as you saw previously. And remember, when it comes to any kind of jack, heel jack, jumping jack, floor touch jack, when your feet come out, you don't want them too much wider than hip width apart. At that point, it becomes a sumo action, and you really have to focus on your foot placement as well. So stepping your feet out only but so far as you feel comfortable is a guarantee that you'll keep your knees, hips, and back safe on this one. You've only got 10 more seconds of this, and then we're jumping into a dumbbell goblet style crossover lunge. So keep this going for 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to go ahead, grab that weight, and just like with your goblet squat jump, you're going to get it up to the chest, and then instead of lunging just straight back, you're going to kick your legs across that center line behind you, just like I'm doing right here. Keep that chest up, eyes out in front of you, and if that is too much, keep your rear leg straight. This right here is going to keep your knees straight. You've only got 35 more seconds of this, so keep it going. Now, if you find that's not for you, you come down, reach that weight in towards that rear leg, just like so, and still, same deal. If you find that bending your knees a little too much for you, you can keep the rear leg straight. Keep it going for 10 more seconds, you're almost through. Chest up, core tight, whether that weight is resting there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grabbing the other dumbbell here first. We've got your hip bridge with a squat. So you're going to grab both bridges there, both weights there, take it to the ground, hips up, and you reach those arms above the shoulders. From here, you're going to slide them out to the side and bring them back together, keeping them in line, and then drop those hips, drive them back up, repeat from there. It's going to hit your chest, your core, your hips, your low back. It's going to hit a little bit of everything as well as your shoulders. Keep those hips up as you get that fly in there, and if it flies too much, go for a press. Down, bring it to the shoulders, repeat from there. In 10 seconds, you're going to bring it up to standing with agility movement here, so let's keep it going for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright folks, we're going to come on up, drop the kettlebells to the ground. We've got your high knee. So driving those knees up as high as the hip, as low as you feel comfortable. Let's keep it going in 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, you can march into this if you're not digging the hop with that run. Just pump the arms, move the feet, and if you find that driving the knee is what's bothering your hip, you're more than welcome to keep your feet on the ground and just get the heels off the ground. I'll show you that soon. So you want to drive those knees, pump those arms, keep that chest up, keep this going for 20 more seconds. You're almost through. Final 10 seconds, let's keep it going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, grabbing that dumbbell, we've got your clean to press. Now remember, quarter squat. Use that hip drive to get those weights up to the shoulders, and once they're there and you stabilize, then get that press from there. We're going to be kicking this off in 10 seconds. Here's a demo with that modified action with that deadlift, curl, to press. If you're not digging that aggressive action with that hip drive, let's kick this off in 2, 1. Here we go. Use that hip drive. Come on up. Get that press. Release from there. Now the hip drive will get you there, but you want to keep your core tight and try not to arch your back as you press those weights overhead. There you go. Now you can always just end it at the clean as I'm doing right here, skipping that overhead press. This right here is for those of you who have those shoulder issues. If you find that your shoulder's burning after a few reps of these, end it at that clean, but keep it going for 10 more seconds. You're almost through. And then we're back to those seal jacks, so be ready to put those weights down in 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Alright. Now, you're going to put those weights down. You're going to reach out with those arms, those legs. You can step and tap the toe, but if you want to up that intensity, you're going to be going for that hop at 4, 3, 2, 1. 1. You've only got 30 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gents. Let's keep it moving, keep it going. Arms as high as the shoulders. If you find that the arms, the elbows being in line with the shoulders is too much, get your hands in line with the shoulders. The straighter those arms, the more intense it becomes. Keep it going for 14 more seconds. You're almost through. Chest up, feet out as wide as the hips, no wider than that. Maybe a little further, but nothing too crazy. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got that goblet crossover lunge. So grabbing that single weight, stepping into it, dropping the knee and hit. The weights aren't for you. Skip the weight. Still get that crossover. Hit that IT band and glute. Keeping this going in 3, 2, 1. Chest up, hold it tight. Here we go. Alright, keeping it going. You've only got 30 seconds to go. Keep that chest up. Abs nice and tight. You're almost through with 20 seconds left. Now remember, if this bothers the shoulders, you can let your dumbbell hang low. Keeping it going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grabbing that other dumbbell. We're taking it down to the ground with your hip bridge chest fly. Remember, you want to get the fly in there, drive the hips at the top. But if for some odd reason you're not taking it to the ground today, feel free to go for a good morning or a deadlift with a row at the bottom or a curl to press, depending upon how your shoulders feel. Come down, come up, curl, press, and repeat from there. If you find that's not for you, feel free to end it at the curl. But if you are on the ground, remember, drive the hips, fly those arms out at the top of that glute drive, and repeat from there. Drop the hips, letting that booty tap the ground, coming back out, swinging those arms nice and wide, like you're looking for a good hug. Remember, with these weights, that's how you get the best hug, getting that weight training in. Keeping this going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds rest, folks. 15 seconds rest. We're going to be jumping into those high knees in just a few seconds here. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get those knees up. Get them up. Get them up. Get them up. You got it. You got it. You got it. Let's go. Let's go. 35 seconds left on the clock. 35 seconds. You're almost there. Now remember, if you're not digging that, see how my heels are just coming off the ground? It's more of a quick foot action, more than the high knee. That's more than okay. You need to get your feet as low as you need to get that speed, because that's what this exercise is about. It's about speed on this one, folks. If your knees can get up there, but it takes you all day, that's one thing. But if you want to go ahead and get that agility in there, you want to go ahead, flex those feet, pump those arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, you've got a 15-second rest, so you're going to be wanting to grab those dumbbells, both of them, because we're going to be jumping back into this in just a few seconds. So, 10 seconds before we start that clean to press once more, you want to drive those hips back, weight in those heels, swing them on up to the shoulders, get that press. Now, if you're not digging that, the deadlift curl to press is more than okay, as you see right here, but it's the final 40, guys. Let's drive it home. Use that hip drive to get those weights up there, and repeat. There you go. Get it up to the shoulders, get that press in there. This right here is a clean and press, so you want to use that momentum to get that clean in there, and then separate the exercise with a press. Keep your abs nice and tight. Try not to let your back take all of the brunt on this. You've only got 15 more seconds to rest. Remember, use that hip drive, get that press in there. I know it burns. I know your muscles are on fire right now, but you've only got 7 more seconds, and it's nothing you haven't done before. Keep it going for 3, 2, 1. Put those weights down. We've got your steel jacket coming at you. Arms out wide, feet out wide. Step into it, hop into it, whatever works best. Keeping this going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Swing those arms out wide, feet out wide. Remember, something should be in line with your shoulders. Whether it's your elbows, your hands, or both, to up that intensity and keep those shoulders working. You can hop, you can step, you can keep those elbows bent so your hands are in line with the shoulders. You can extend the arms so your elbows are also in line with the shoulders as well. Keeping this going for 15 more seconds. You're almost through. Hop, step, keep your feet within the hip line. Whatever you're doing, just keep moving for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're only going to need one dumbbell for this, folks, as you've got your dumbbell crossover lunge. So grabbing that dumbbell with that goblet style hold at the chest. Step over and repeat. Now you can keep that rear leg straight, or if you can, drop that knee as low as you feel comfortable. Keeping this going for 35 more seconds. You're almost through. 20 seconds of breath, 20 seconds left, folks, 20 seconds left, that's all you have. And then we're back to the ground with your hip bridge chest fly. So keep this going, let those legs burn, let those shoulders catch fire for a little bit. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, grabbing those dumbbells, one in each hand. You've got your hip bridge with that chest fly. Let's keep this going, taking it down to the ground. Feet flat, hips up. Alright, drop them down, bring them back up. Get that press if you're not digging the fly. Rotate on the way down to really hit that chest and all of its facets. Otherwise, go for that fly and squeeze those pecs to the top. If the hip bridge bothers your low back or hammies, skip it and stick to that arm exercise, and vice versa. If it bothers your shoulders or chest, keep those weights up there and just focus on that hip bridge in the first place. 20 seconds to go. You're almost through, and then we're back at the top with your high knees. Keeping this going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're up. You've got your high knees in 15 seconds. Get those weights out of the way. You want to pump those arms, move those feet. You got this. Let's keep this going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Get those knees up, get those knees up, pump those arms. Remember, the faster you move those hands, the faster those knees will move. So you want to go ahead, keep it going. If your knees aren't coming up that high, that's fine. Keep them low for those quick feet. Try to maybe get your knees only as high as your hip. Just make sure you're pumping those feet and moving those arms as quick as you can to really get that going. Get those heels off the ground with that shuffle, that quick man shuffle. But from there, drive those knees up higher and higher and higher. You've only got 10 more seconds of school left. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Nice job, ladies and gents. Nice job. You are all set with your workout. If you guys like what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe on the page here. And if you want to hear the method behind the fitness, be sure to go ahead and check out my podcast, Nerd Coaching, for all your fitness needs. And remember, folks, speed up if you can, slow down if you have to, but never, ever stop.